Hello everyone, this is Teddy Keckstedt from Forex Trading Unlocked, and we are here with a Forex Trading Signals and Analysis webinar for December 28th through the 31st. Can you believe it? This is the last trading week of the year. We will be winding it down. There's Monday through Thursday. Remember, it's going to be a thin trade, especially as you head into Wednesday and Thursday with the ending of the year, closing of the holiday markets all around the world. So definitely as you hit Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening going, or excuse me, Wednesday evening going into Thursday afternoon, it's going to be very dry. The computers will be off and the volumes will probably drop off significantly. So hopefully you're not participating. You're waiting for the new year. And I'm sure everybody's ready to put a close to 2021, right? Okay, so enough of that babble. Let me put up the disclaimer real quick to remind you that this webinar is for illustrative and educational purposes only. And if you haven't already, don't forget to pull up the hit the subscription button as you're watching this video on YouTube or whichever, or Twitch or wherever you're at, so that way you'll be notified when we have other videos. Okay, and now let us get right into what we want to see. So for the live action screen here, we have the Euro US dollar pulled up, and I think pretty much between $1.2274 and $1.2129 you're going to see a range trade going on. We are coming into Brexit, which ends also now this week. They've come to their deals for the most part and hatched most of the things out and are ready for post-Brexit, which is what we'll be talking about next year. It's kind of funny. We've been talking about Brexit now for literally 4 years, actually, so it's kind of nuts. In fact, I've been dealing with a lot of people in some of the other stream and webinars I do on other outlets like tfnn.com and stuff, when we're looking forward to the fact that come January, Brexit will be a thing of the past, and we'll be talking about post-Brexit. So let me put up the vertical line here so you can see how as we wind down into the year. This mouse is giving me a little problem this morning. What is going on? It's jumping all over. All right, okay. There we go. So Brexit. So as we trade then between today into Thursday once again, I don't expect very much. If we get above 122.74, then maybe we can push all the way up to towards 124 even. I don't think you're going to get a lot of follow through on any moves at all this week. However, if we do take out $1.2129, then I think we will have a good shot at having a correction that would probably take us down to about $1.20 half. So now let's look at the hourly real quick. We had an hourly sell signal that was triggered earlier today at $1.2252, and this was a few hours back. And the first target area of $1.2201 was already hit. Had a little bit of bounce a couple hours ago, excuse me, a few hours ago, but now it's coming back and is profitable. We're looking for a slide that should get down to about this $1.2165 area. After that, we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's a holiday market. We're not expecting very much. Let's go to the British pound US dollar. Okay, the British pound US dollar is also in a range trade. A little bit lower on the day, and I think that's kind of why you're getting a little bit of a lift in the dollars, because I think for the most part the rally, or excuse me, the bearish dollar slide that has occurred over the past couple of weeks, especially last week, I think it was due to pound strength over almost every currency out there. So that strength in the pound, since it was stronger than these other currencies, and it was also stronger versus the dollar, that put the dollar under a lot of stress. Now I think that the pound is getting kind of in a pause mode now that Brexit is declared. What is with this mouse? I gotta check this out. This is not right. Just didn't update. Okay, so anyhow, for the British pound US dollar here, once again, as we head into Brexit, probably sideways. If we get above that $1.3622 area, then I think new moves highs could take us up into about $1.3780, maybe $1.38 for an extreme. As far as a correction to the downside, I think that any bearish action is going to have a tough time getting below that $1.3190 level. However, if we do fail there, then I would say we'll probably grind lower, where we could see a correction back down toward that 129, even 128.5 area. This would take us into the middle of January towards February for a move like this, but it wouldn't be such a surprise that now that Brexit is going to be done and we're heading into post-Brexit, as well as the new turnover of presidency in the United States, that we might have at least a short-term correction until we have the inauguration in the U.S., which would put us at January 20th. So let's look at the U.S. dollar. Oops, U.S. dollar. Swiss. So the U.S. dollar Swiss is also in a kind of a sideways grind. However, unlike the other ones, this one has gotten a lot of strength. Now, the dollar has been getting crushed by the Swiss over the past 6-7 months. A short-term correction bringing us back up towards about 90 cents would not be a big move. I kind of like it. I think that since today we fell just below these highs here around 89.20, I think that if we get through the 89.20 area and take those highs out, because we've already tried to push through it 3 times now, including today, that would be enough to give us, I think, enough momentum to push up to that 90-cent area. As far as any extreme, I think 90.5 would be as far as you could go. But right now, like I said, around 90 even would be where I think we could go. So if we get above 89.20 and push new move highs, then U.S. dollar strength should propel it probably up to around that area before we see some resistance and more sideways action. Now remember, it's the end of the year. Probably not going to see anything this week, but like I said, but if we get above that and we can sustain a trade there, that probably is indicative of enough bullish strength to keep pressing new move highs in the short run for a longer term corrective move higher. Overall, this market is a bear, so be very careful trying to buy into this little area here. Keep your stops tight, and believe me, anything below 88.24 is very bearish. And a failure from there would mean dollar weakness is really prevalent in the market once again. So we're looking for a breakout there, just like we are for the most part. Remember, it is a holiday week. We have the New Year's Eve on Thursday. Friday markets are closed, so they're going to be pretty much dead. Almost all the action that we've seen so far today is probably going to be what you're going to see for today. I doubt we're going to see very much more. You never know, but the U.S. markets have been open for now almost an hour and a half, and like I said, everyone's on holiday. It's very thin volume, so use caution, and unless you're already in a trade, I would just wait until next week and then get back online in 2021, and hopefully it'll be a much more stable of a year, especially when it comes to trading and what have you. So anyhow, with this market, let's see, once again, we're looking for a breakout. This is kind of like the Swiss, where we're looking for another challenge of these highs. A rally above a 103.91 here would have us probably pushing this 104 half area, maybe 105 even. Anything below this 102.86 area has us banging new move lows. Remember, this market is in a bear market. Right now it's in a short-term corrective rally. So use caution if you're long, because the shorts are going to probably try and pounce on this once again. But once I said, if we do get above this 103.91, confirming new move highs after higher move lows in the short term, then why not press this rally up towards 104 half? Anything here up to 105 even. Heavy resistance comes in, and most likely we will start to buckle and come back towards, gravitate towards this 103.91 area. So this would be pretty much a key directional pivot, I think, for the next month. Let's see, Australian dollar, US dollar. Elsewhere in the Asiatic trade zone, the Australian dollar has been a big bull versus the US dollar for quite some time. Right now, it's a little skittish. I really would be hesitant to sell into this little area here. It's a low risk sell against the 76.42 level, but anything above here confirms higher move highs and strength and the continuation of a monstrous bull trend. So do not jump in front of a freight train. I would wait for a signal. But anything below 74.61 does confirm newer move lows for an extended correction targeting around the 73-cent area. But right now, this is a very tough call. Australian dollar is just a very strong bull versus the US dollar right now. So let's look at the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, also in this trade zone to see what is going on with this one. New Zealand dollar, US dollar here is pretty much in a similar stance like the Australian dollar. I think if we get a rally above 71.72, making new move highs, that this market will be in a very bullish capacity, pressing momentum higher. Now, unlike the Australian dollar, I think that the New Zealand dollar has the potential to really get this rally going if it gets above 71.72. Probably pressing up towards 74 to 75 half area, which is a big extension. They have probably, when it comes to the Asiatic currencies, the best ability to maintain bullish strength, I think, going into the first quarter, second quarter. And it's a fundamental basis just out of the whole economics and geopolitical aspects of how they stand. They're kind of like, I wouldn't say Switzerland out there, but they're not as susceptible to swings in the economy like Australia is, or the coronavirus like, and they seem to have handled it very well. So we'll see what happens, but right now I'd be careful. If we do get a break below 70.03 here, confirming new move lows, then I'd say maybe we can press this correction down to 69, down to 68 cents here, somewhere around there. US dollar Canada, let's see what's going on here. US dollar Canada a little firmer on the day. This one had a nice bounce off these lows, but remember, this market's been getting hammered for the past 8 months. I would use a lot of caution being a buyer here. If you are, this 126.88 is your stress level. Anything below here confirms major bearish action against the dollar. I think there's going to be some issues when it comes to US-Canada currency cross when it comes to 2021. Not so much because of what happens to the dollar with other currencies, but I think just with the relationships and trade between US and Canada are going to cause a lot of stress factors where we could either see the US dollar Canada explode back to the downside, really pressing weakness in the US dollar versus the Canada, or if we can get a trade, especially above this $1.29 area, and get back towards this $1.32, that would be enough strength to show that we could probably press the correction into the next 6 months and see a nice bounce dollar versus the Canada, no matter how it's doing versus Europe. So the coronavirus trade more and more is off the table. I think the geopolitical and economic environment is going to control more of the action going on with the dollar and the currencies over the next few months, and especially as we head into 2021 and over the first quarter, because the interest rate environment right now is so, I wouldn't say predictable, but stable. We know that the US 30-year is pretty much, even though it move higher rates, higher yields, and press the price lower, it is having a little bit of a rubber band effect because the short-term rates can't budge because rates are so low right now. And let's see where the euro US dollar is right now. When we started the video, it was trading just a few pips higher than where it was. The hourly sell signal, remember, see, we crossed the hour because it's 10 o'clock. It just opened up. So yeah, so pretty much just a few pips lower than when we first started this webinar. Remember, our first hourly target was hit. We're not expecting to have much more of volatility come into the market, so I would really use caution. This is what's a trade. Remember, this is a webinar for educational and information purposes only. We're in the trade, we're working it, and odds are that since we're already in it for a nice little amount here, I think it's going to be time for us to, let's see, our stop is at 52, we're in at 32. We should probably lower it down to 35. Or definitely here down to 40. Okay, so we've already made with these hourly here, we made this higher move low, and then we made this lower move high and this higher move low. So we'll see what happens with this. If we continue to go lower and take out the first target level, then we have a good chance at taking out this low here, which will be our next little line of defense. So on the hourly, anything above or below there, that will have us looking for a nice little slide. It continues down to over there. So we'll put a little arrow right here. Okay, so this $21.92, and if we take this level out for sure, not only will we have a break-even stop, and we're going to have it as a profit stop also. So we'll have to monitor that as the course of the day goes. So once again, just to remind you, let's see, do we have a question here. Do you do this regularly? Snow Flizzy. I do. I do this regularly. If you go to our YouTube channel, Forex Trading Unlocked, you will see, besides hopefully you subscribe to it, you'll see that we put weekly videos out for broad-based analysis for the Forex currency crosses. And then we also, like, after I'm done with this video, I will be doing a special one with just the hourly trade being monitored, so you can see it in real time as we adjust the prices and the stops actually now, and see if we can hit that second target level. So if you have any other questions, let me know. So hopefully that answered your question. We definitely will be doing more after the first of the year because of the holidays. There's probably not going to be much to talk about, especially if we fall into a real sleepy trade tonight and tomorrow if it becomes like a super sideways trade. Well, it is what it is. There's nothing to talk about when the market's not moving and everyone's gone. So you don't want to, remember, you don't want to force any trades when you're out there. You always want to wait for a signal, have a plan, and follow it, and don't try and be subjective while things are going on, because it will never work out well in the long run. That I can promise you. So with all the experience that I have. So here we got the market ticking a little lower, a few more pips lower since we started this webinar. Can you link your YouTube? Sure, I can definitely do that for you. Give me 1 second. I will definitely do that for you here. Okay, so we have this. Okay. Alright, hang on 1 second. Oh, that's right, I can't paste it into here. So here, what I can do is do this. Yeah, www.youtube.com/Forex Trading Unlocked. Okay, let's see if I got that right. Yep. Okay, right there. Okay, Snow Flizzy 31. If you go to this link right here, this will pull up the YouTube channel for Forex Trading Unlocked. You can subscribe there. And if you go to that, you can see as you scan down the page, we have our uploads, which shows you our most recent loads and ones that we've done, like last week and now this week. And then we have our playlist if you go down a little lower. And if you go to today's lessons, that will be updated later on today when we're done with our live videos that we're posting. And then we have other ones like trading lessons or eoption.com. These are webinars we've done for them with doing stock options and different option plays which are viable for futures in the currencies and also binary options. And then we also do stuff with the Nadex and some other things which you can check out on that. So do you have any other questions? So we will be having the Euro US dollar trade up shortly after we end this video. So, but yeah, we appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, because then whether we're on Twitch or on YouTube, you'll be notified. And especially with the YouTube, it has the videos in perpetuity, whereas at Twitch, the videos to everything that we stream, it's only on there for, I believe, 45 to 60 days tops. Great, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Do you have any Forex market questions, even besides the euro or whatever, or any other markets? I could definitely answer those for you before we end this webinar and I turn on the live thing will be back on in a few minutes. So let's see. But yeah, definitely if you have any questions. I would say also next week after the first of the year, we'll have some really interesting webinars coming up that I think you'll like. We're going to have a couple educational webinars which I will post on Twitch and on YouTube as well. Those stream out to those mediums. So, and you just started? Okay, cool. Well, that's good. The main thing I can definitely tell you, which is the smartest thing to do if you just started trading Forex or studying Forex, is your time, for one. One of the best lessons I learned from one of my mentors and early traders that I worked for when I was a kid on the trading floor was that the markets will always be here. The question is, will you? So you want to have a plan, stick to it, don't get emotional, and remember that the market's not here to beat you. You're here to use it as an opportunity, though, and you can. So let's see. In a euro small buy, just playing around for the new year. It is definitely in a bullish posture. Like right now, we have the sell signal on the hourly. I would use caution at these levels right now, just because it's had a very, very strong run. And we have a lot of things that are going to happen next week after the first of the year. Remember, we have the balancing, like all the books are closed for all the traders, all the funds and stuff like that. So come next week, it's going to get very volatile. So expect some swings. So whether you're long or short, I would just let you know a size that's proportionate to your capital. Meaning, if you have a very small account size, I hope you're trading the minis or micros and not trading the full contracts, because you're going to take probably some very volatile swings, just because the euro US dollar just in the month of November into December had more of a range than it did for almost a year and a half before 2020, and not to mention the range it's had in 2020 and the swing. So I would say just get ready for it. It'll be fun. So let's see. Old Growth Canopy, hello. Hey, how you doing, man? I am also new to Forex. Opened a small account with experiment with reliable strategies. That's great. If you have strategies that you are confident in, then my best suggestion to you is just be disciplined about sticking to them. Remember the strategy that you are looking at, and if you like it, then there's a reason why you have faith in it, whether you tested it first or whatever, or have watched it. Just remember that when you apply it, to maintain your discipline and stick to the strategy. Don't try and reinvent it. Don't try and alter it. Just follow it. My best advice I could also say is that make sure that whatever broker you have, that you're with a viable broker, so that you're getting good clearing, that you're, besides your connectivity, hopefully being solid, that you're getting good pricing. So, and especially with a tight spread, because all reliable and honest about brokers now, the spreads are very, very tight. So definitely good luck, and hopefully you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our stuff, and learn some stuff to help you out as you grow in your trading career. So, and definitely our videos we will have coming up for like I said earlier, was in January that we are planning some nice instructional videos for the different Forex markets. Like, we're going to show you how, I don't know what kind of indicators or system you're using right now, but one of the best ways to gauge a market and strength, like for instance, let's see, for Snow Lizzie, I don't know if you're still there, but if you are, let's do a little breakdown. I'll give you guys a little quick lesson if you like. So let's go to forex-trading-unlocked.com, and there's a great way. I always said the best indicator for any market is the market. So the reason why is that the market is always in real time. So let's go over here. We go down the nav bar to markets to Forex, and we pull up this page. We can toggle down, and it has all these currency crosses grouped in a row. So we have the euro. We got our buddy here, Snow Flizzy. Okay, we're gonna check this out. So you're long the euro US dollar. So if you want to know whether the euro really has strength, now I'm assuming euro US dollar is probably the only currency you look at, but the euro has a cross versus other currencies, just like the dollar does. So let's take a look at the euro New Zealand dollar real quick, and I'll show you what I mean by using the indicator, the markets as an indicator, and also in real time. All right, so euro New Zealand dollar here. It's pulling up this chart. Okay, here we go. Now, as you can see, the euro New Zealand dollar has been trending higher since the end of November, making it had this lower move high, higher move low. Now it's made a higher move high, higher move low, and look at it's got a nice rally going on right now. So euro's strength right now, it's showing strength versus the New Zealand dollar. Remember, New Zealand dollar is showing strength versus the US dollar. So that's where you would see pressure on the dollar versus the euro. So being long the euro right now, right there, there's one market that's reinforcing your long. Let's look at the euro Canada. So let's see if if you haven't caught on to what I'm showing you already, I think you will as we get through this one and the next one. So remember, you're long the euro US dollar, and you want to know if there's a reason to have strength in that. Well, here's the euro Canada. Look at this. It's been rallying since even before the New Zealand did, earlier in November, and continued to rally, making higher move highs and higher move lows. Look at the rally that it's having today. It's coming off of a higher move low, very strong, showing lots of bullish momentum for the euro versus the Canada. What's the Canada doing? Well, right now the US dollar has actually been kind of strong versus the Canada, but only over the past like week and a half. Otherwise, it's been buried by it over the longer term, just like this one is going the other way. So euro Canada strong, that means euro strong over the dollar, meaning being bullish is good. Okay, so that supports your position right now. Now remember, we have a short-term hourly signal going on. It's not a long-term signal. That's why we have it only on that. So now the euro Australian dollar. So if you're still with me here, Snow Flizzy, let's see what's going on here. So the euro Australian dollar also is showing strength. Now this one, unlike the New Zealand dollar, look at this, was totally getting crushed. But this is a big buy sign right here, especially on the daily. If you read my book, High Probable Japanese Candlestick Patterns, which is available on Amazon.com in Kindle and paperback versions, this right here is a bullish engulfing line. So I don't know, are you familiar with candlestick patterns at all, Snow Flizzy? I don't know if you are or not, but let's say that the euro Australian dollar was to settle today like this. That would be a very bullish indication in the short run for the euro that it would probably get probably one more day to 2 more days of upside momentum. Okay, so that reinforces your euro US dollar position once again, because the dollar is weak versus the Australian dollar. Now we have the euro Swiss. This is a tough one because of Brexit. The Swiss is very neutral. The Brexit thing doesn't really impact them very much. But look at this, euro Swiss. Euro has had a lot of strength versus the Swiss. What does the dollar not have versus the Swiss? It doesn't have any strength. It's been getting crushed versus the Swiss. So that is a good thing for your euro US dollar long. Okay, let's see. Not too much, but a little. Okay, so you think you're still with me, hanging in here, so no more questions. Hopefully this is sinking in here. And it's definitely one of the easiest ways to double check your position, or either while you're in it and see if it's still strong, or excuse me, before you get into it to see if it's a viable thing. Euro Japanese yen, this is another one. Look at how strong the euro is versus the yen. We know that the dollar is in a bear market versus the Japanese yen. This is huge for the euro yen, or excuse me, for the euro US dollar. The more the dollar gets crushed by the yen, and the stronger the euro is over the yen, the more that gives strength to the euro over the US dollar. You can always look at it as like a triangle where the momentum of two dictate where the other one's going to go versus both of them, because you can see it. So the one, we know where it's at. So since we know that the euro is up versus the yen, and the yen is up versus the dollar, that the dollar is going to be typically running weaker to the euro. So our short-term hourly sell signal, remember, when we have it on the day, the euro is up. See what I'm saying? So our signal right now is after the momentum, it's already shot through it today. That's why it's doing what it's doing. So, and now let's see. Oh yeah, we already went through all those cross rates. So I think that's a nice little lesson for you, Snow Flizzy. You can definitely go, since you subscribe to our YouTube channel, once we're done with this stream, which we're going to end in a couple minutes, and then turn on the hourly sell signal for you to watch. Remember, this is the daily here. Making higher move highs, higher move lows. We're looking for this to take out this 122.74 and rally. So that reinforces your position. However, it's a holiday market, so be careful. It may take a couple days to ride through that. Anything below $1.2129, though, very bearish. I hope you're not long there, at least in the short run. And then the hourly, like I said, the first tower, well, we don't need to hit the hourly on this one. We got it on the other one. So on the hourly, we hit our first target. So this trade may be over, and no matter what, if we get stopped out of the second one, we're going to be a winner on the day for the two. And if it breaks down to here, well, then that would be, we'll get obviously hit 2 bangs for our buck and probably be done for the week, because we're not expecting much to go over the next, or much trending over the next couple days. And once again, if the Euro bull is here, our short here is not going to last for very much longer. It'll last into today and then round back up and start rallying. So I think we don't have any more questions from you guys, so I want to thank you guys very much. And once again, if you are interested in more stuff, remember to go to our Forex Trading Unlocked YouTube channel, check out our older videos, and watch our playlists. And also read the book, High Probable Japanese Candlestick Patterns, available on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle versions. And also go to Forex-Trading-Unlocked.com for all your Forex needs and information. And we look forward to interacting with you guys later and more in the future. And thanks for subscribing to our YouTube channel. We appreciate that. And we hope we can help you with your trading also and help